doesn't pay, Herb Mortenson.
Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, guests, and honored judges. Crime doesn't pay. Crime doesn't pay. How many times have you heard crime doesn't pay? Your grandmother told you, your mother told you, maybe you've even told your own children that. I'm going to share a little story with you, and I think after I'm finished, you might have a different idea about the old adage that crime doesn't pay. This story takes place 47 years ago. My wife and I were newly married. We were very, very poor. We had no money. I only married her because I thought she had money. She married me because she thought I had money. We didn't have any money, either one of us. The story takes place on a Saturday. My wife was in the kitchen. I was in my favorite chair, carving a new artificial prosthetic wooden fake leg for a mouse. Well, you don't know about that. Let me back up. When we first moved in, we had a little mouse that lived with us, and he was a crippled mouse. He only had the leg, hind right rear leg that went to the knee. The rest was missing. Thus, I called him Stumpy. I decided to carve him a new prosthetic wooden fake leg, which I did. Remember the glue that they came out with? Right, crazy glue. You put one drop on something, you stick it together, count to 5. You cannot get it apart. I put 2 drops on, I counted to 10. When I put Stumpy on the floor, he looked around, and he took off. It worked out kind of well because we could tell wherever he was. He had that thump, so we changed his name to Thumper. As I was sitting there, I heard a noise, loud noise. So I asked my wife, "Sweetie Pie Honey Bun, would you go check that noise for me?" Sweetie Pie Honey Bun came out of the kitchen. She had on a red bandana, a full-length apron, rubber gloves. She said, "I've been cleaning the ceiling on my hands and knees all day. You go check it." Being ever the dutiful husband that I am, I jumped up. And I looked out the window. I saw the garbage man. I said, "Sweetie Pie Honey Bun, it's the garbage man." She says, "It is?" "Yes." She says, "Oh, good. Tell him to leave 3 bags. We were so poor." "You're the man of the house. You have got to get some groceries in this house tonight." Ever the dutiful husband that I am, obedient, I ran up the stairs to change clothes. I put on my new gray sweatshirt. I put on my new gray sweatpants. Down the steps, out the door to the grocery store. Super one. I walked around in the grocery store. Ended up in the meat department. Oh, the most beautiful roast. It was this big around and this thick. This is it. I can get this out of here. I lowered down the back of my pants. I stepped out. I tightened up my cinch. I had it. I took off from the door. All of a sudden, I noticed something. This thing is cold. It's stinging my backside. This is no good. It's going to make my kidneys chilly. My kidneys get chilly. Mother Nature calls. This is no good. The meat comes out. I put the rump roast back. There was a bin standing here, and on the bin was a label. 8 pounds for 29 cents, 47 years ago. Potatoes, oh, I love potatoes. 8 pounds, lumpy, bumpy. No way I could get that out of that store. The picked up another one. Same thing. 8 pounds of potatoes, lumpy. All of a sudden, I saw the perfect wrapper. Picked it up. This package had 1 potato in it, folks. It was this long and this big around. My prayers have been answered. And I headed for the door. As I approached the door, there was a guard. A security officer, never seen him before. He was big. I nodded to him, he nodded to me, looked away. I took one more step, the potato started to slip. I grabbed my waistband. I looked at him. He looked at me. I think he thought I had stomach cramps. He looked away. I stood up. Took one more step forward towards the door. The worst thing happened. The 8-pound potato slipped down between my legs, landed on the crotch of my gray sweatpants, falls out the front, falls out the back. There I stand. The officer, he saw the bulge. Then with a knowing smile, opened the outer door. He would never be obedient shopper. I complied with his wishes. Now, the next time you ever hear the old adage, crime doesn't pay, you can think of my story and smile, because you know that it does pay. Or does it? Madam Postmaster.